and it's another episode of Thaco, or Armor to hit Armor Class 0. We keep changing what we call ourselves. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to a new episode. Episode 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
14. Lucky 14. Episode 13 was quite something.
It was special.
Somebody split the party.
Yeah. Let this be a lesson. Yeah.
Who split the party? Yeah, what a dick.
Yeah.
Somebody. Should have listened.
Somebody. Some fucking cat.
Again, about Fluffles? Why do you eat Fluffles so much? And it wasn't a cat, it was a squirrel.
Yeah, because that makes it better.
You scroll over the stream here. Vince is dead.
Yep.
Oh, what? Spoiler alert! Jeez.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's not fluorescent enough, but okay.
Oh, it's not fluorescent enough? Okay, hang on.
Oh.
Where's the
it needs to be Gemini levels of fluorescent.
It needs to look like Juice's Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yes.
Hang on. Not fluorescent enough. How do I make it more fluorescent?
One of you is dead, says Master of Flowers, and you are correct.
Yep. He's not wrong.
Oh, man.
I think that's a little bit more fluorescent. There you go.
I'll see it in like 4 years, my stream.
Yeah.
When it catches up. All right, so
announcements.
Announcements. Yeah, we got a couple of announcements. We missed last week's episode because we had some people in the party that were sick. So, but luckily, everybody's in good health again. So at least we're gonna play today. But because holiday time and apparently moving time is coming up as well, there is going to be a little deviation from the usual streaming stuff going on. I myself will be away on holiday the 8th and the 15th of May. And our beloved Nim will be moving starting the 29th of May. So during my absence, you guys probably won't even miss me. So
we'll make something happen.
Stuff will just go on and stuff. But once the 29 hits, then there's a crucial member of the party missing. And then, well, we decided that it'd be fun to do one-shots to fill it up. We could have gone on with the adventure, but especially me, but I think everybody pretty much agreed that it's kind of Nim will be away for probably 4 weeks, and to miss her for 4 weeks in our main campaign is something that we cannot bear. But so we decided to just fill ourselves with one-shots and hope that she returns quickly and safely and in her lovely new house. Is this correct? Is this all the information that we need to share with the people on the internet?
Probably.
All right. Sounds all right. My dear brains, why don't you recall us where we left off? What happened? Is anything particular going on in the party, or what's going on?
I don't think so. I thought it. Yeah, I thought it was quite uneventful last time. I remember Ellie got into a real pickle. Everyone did, in fact, and then Vince came and saved the day, and everyone was very grateful. And he leveled up twice, in fact.
Yep.
He leveled up so much, in fact,
he leveled right off this
character.
Yeah. He just went to a different planar.
He ascended to another consciousness. Some might say died, but it's just a negative view.
That's a negative view on it. Yeah. Agreed. So, a lot of stuff going on last time. Party was able to retrieve the body of Vince, and they have left this. Well, you could almost say like the core of this darkness, where the forest is quite thickly tainted by the presence of this creature, and they have moved away from that to find a safe space. And I believe you all were going to get some rest, do some watching, and
yes,
Including
I was on
Vince,
first watch.
yeah. Vince definitely needs a long rest. He's definitely
no, he's got the longest rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eternal rest.
Fun fact on D&D Beyond, I clicked long rest on Vince just to see, and it actually says, "You're dead. This isn't going to help you."
Oh, can you please screenshot that and tweet about it? Yeah, screenshot and tweet it.
This isn't gonna help you.
Yeah, this ain't gonna help you.
So you're gonna need more than that. Yes, I will.
Oh, perfect.
If I do it now, my computer will die. But remember,
No.
Yeah, do it later. Do it later.
You can tweet it later. Okay, so are you guys keeping watch? Are you just gonna say fuck it? We'll sleep.
I was on first watch because I was sewing the patch.
Just prop Vince up.
It was like, he's got this.
Yep.
So, while I'm keeping watch, I would just like to sew on some patches. Obviously, the Vince one I mentioned, what I call the Dryad Grove, the grove where we met the Dryad. Just like little symbolic patches, essentially, of just places we've been. The house with the little girl. And, just basically start sewing patches on everywhere.
Okay. All right. How busy are you with these patches?
Oh, not very. Like, the way I see it is, I don't know if you've ever just had like a lot of downtime at a job, like work security or something. But okay, well, I have, and I used to carry a notepad with me, and what I would do is I would draw or write down ideas while I was working. And I would just kind of like, I would mostly pay attention for about 10, 15 minutes, then work on it for about 1 minute, then go back and just do that pretty much all night.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I imagine this process.
All right. So yeah. So it's not like you're done in 10 minutes. This is like going to take your entire watch to just probably do this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Roll your perception.
Okie dokie. Oh, first roll of the night. Let's hope it kills us all. Oh god, I hope I have good perception. I don't remember. I think I do. Yeah, I do. It's 15. That's fine.
Oh, 15. Oh, okay. No, you are fine. You sit there and you kind of work, and I don't believe it's actually night, right? You guys kind of came out of the forest during the night, so it's probably very early in the morning as you guys decide to keep a long rest.
We went into the forest right when it turned night. All that crap happened. Then we left and walked around to a safe area. So I have to assume it's probably more close to like midnight, 1.
Yeah. And it's probably around 1 o'clock when you guys find a place to actually rest.
Yeah.
So how many hours do you keep watch? Do you have a fire, by the way?
Yeah, I think we said that.
Oh yeah, I think Ellie did deal with that. Okay, so I would say.
I was gonna say she probably said it like really, like kind of slowly, kind of methodical, kind of like she tries to make herself smaller than what she actually is. Like,
right?
She doesn't really want to take up a lot of space.
All right.
I would say, like just judging on basic math, he'd probably take about a 3-hour shift. Okay. Then wake up the next person and tell them take a 3-hour shift and just repeat this process.
All right. Who is the next person you wake up?
I feel like Jim and I would probably think that Allie's been through a lot. She like might feel, bad about what happened, so he'll probably go to Varen.
All right. So you quietly wake up Varen.
No, I kick him in the fucking head. No, yeah, I'll just shake him.
Yeah, roll a death save.
just fucking curb stumble.
Oh, this is actually going to be easier than I thought. Yeah.
No, I'll take the scabbard of the rapier and just poke at him. Yeah, wake up, Tio-chan.
No.
Stay on watch for 3 hours, then wake up Ellie and have her do the same. Since we're 3 now, I think we'll need to take longer watches and have longer rests.
Yes, will do.
Gemini will unroll his very elaborate and flamboyant pink bedroll and go to sleep.
All right. There we go. You start keeping watch, Baron?
Yeah, probably do something sort of similar to Shin, just sort of like keep perception and then practice a bit of shadow combat with my axe and shield and keep myself sort of busy for those 3 hours.
All right. You keep yourself busy for 3 hours, and as you do, roll a perception.
17 beholders come out of the sky.
What?
That's a 14.
A 14. Okay. You keep watch, and you notice that there is a couple of animals starting to move around at kind of like the end of your shift, which is common. I mean, it's early morning, so animals will be active at that time, and you're quite pleased to notice that you're not an expert in these things, but you don't have the feeling that there's a large pack of wolves or anything moving about. Just deers and some boars and stuff in the distance. But if they get a whiff of you, they move away. And it slowly becomes starts to become light. There's a little bit of beams of light coming through the leaves. Your shift ends.
Right. Well, I suppose Farron will go over to Ellie and sort of hand on the shoulder, sort of shake her awake. Ellie, it's we need someone else for another shift. Are you okay?
She will slowly wake up. Yeah, I know. Freaking background people. I was trying to ignore him, and then you start laughing.
Sorry. You just did like that.
God damn it, Virgie.
Sorry.
And now I have to reread whatever just froze. So I get into the right mindset again. Okay.
Ellie, wake up, Ellie! Ellie!
I'm awake!
God, we've lost another one.
No, I'm up. Okay. Hi. I'm awake.
It's your shift.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought we had lost you there for a moment.
No, I'm here.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Have fun.
What you doing on my desk?
Well,
I knew that cat wasn't dead.
You're not Fluffles. You can't be here. There we go. Sorry. No, I'm here. I'll keep watch.
Okay. And then he'll fall into his bed.
All right. It's very early in the morning at this time, so you'll be able to just keep watch. Roll your perception.
Yes.
Ellie.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Well, hot damn.
All right.
You see
So total perception. Do you want it?
No, that's okay. That's okay. You kind of sit there, and do you do anything to keep you busy, or just sit there?
I probably took out the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not opening it. I'm just like probably just holding it, and I look at it, and I look about, and I look at it, and I look about, and I just try to process my feelings a bit.
All right.
And kind of decides that I don't like my feelings, and that by the time the rest wakes up, I'm gonna ignore them.
Okay. As you sit there, kind of look about and try to get a grip on everything that's been going on, you will notice there's something moving, and you're very sure that it's a lot heavier than the footsteps of a cat.
I will put down my notebook and pull out my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look in the direction of the footsteps.
You look in the direction of the footsteps. There's too much forest to kind of see what's going on, but there's definitely something, not like in a beeline coming your way, but it's definitely gonna be coming into your area.
I wanna. Can I move a little bit closer?
Sure. Do you just want to move, or do you want to move quietly?
I want to move quietly.
Then roll your stealth.
Yes, split the party. Yes.
That's a 5.
That's a 5?
But I won't move out of like sight and / kinda range from my party.
All right. So you try to move. You try to move quietly, and as you do, whatever it is not taking extreme effort to move quietly. Actually, it makes noise, definitely, and you hear branches like breaking. You hear a bit of like grumbling and mumbling.
Can I recognize what the grumbling mumbling sounds like?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Gnomish.
It sounds Dwarvish.
It sounds Dwarvish.
Yeah, but it's kind of far away, and it's like somebody. You can't make out what it's saying.
I will
kill it with fire.
I will I will move back, and I will actually wake up Varun and Gemini.
All right.
Like slowly, like guys, I hear something.
Yes. So do I. You.
Not this again.
No, it's not the same. It's mumbling and clumsy.
Have we gotten a full rest yet, or no?
Yeah. I'll give you guys a full rest at this point.
Okay. Let's deal with that first.
Long rest.
Long rest. Confirm. Booyah.
Oh, man. I'm too kind.
You're very nice. We like it.
Right.
I don't want to check it out on my own, and I thought maybe I should wake you this time.
Okay. Well, I suppose Varn will get armed up and see what the problem is with Ellie.
All right. Everybody roll a perception. Or the party roll a perception. Sorry. Right. Yeah.
19, so 23.
Nice.
Nope. That's a 3. 12 noisy putting armor back on again.
Shin, what did you roll?
I'm sorry, 7.
7. Okay. So you guys don't really hear anything. Ellie, you do notice that whatever it is, it's moving more towards you.
Okay. Guys, it's coming closer. And I will point out the direction.
I suppose we'll take a look, but probably can't see very much.
You are just done putting on your armor as you'll hear a voice call out.
Hello.
What does it say, Brains?
Can he see them? Does he know they're there?
Roll your perception.
I was going to say, if he's just talking to himself, or...
Trips at a branch.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Dear.
You found there's a campfire there, but you think they've moved or scattered. So you think it's a good idea to just call out so that they don't ambush you.
Oi!
Oh, and I recognized it was Dwarvish earlier, right?
Yeah, but this is probably in common.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oi is an oi.
Oi!
I'm
Yes.
gonna,
That's an
I was
infernal.
gonna ask, can I just like call out in Dwarvish and go, halt! Whoever and whatever you are, come out with your arms raised above your head and don't make any sudden movements. We got fire.
Calls back in Dwarvish. Think you'll find I'm the one making demands. Come on out, I know yous are there. And he'll sort of move more into sort of, I suppose he doesn't know where their line of sight is, but he'll come out more into the open, but he'll have his crossbow in his hand, sort of pointing roughly in the direction.
I wanna ready like a firebolt. If I see the crossbow, I wanna ready a firebolt.
And Gemini's like already readied up a spell, I'm assuming. Let me see what spells I have now. Yeah, he's gonna ready up Dragon Breath.
Wah, wah, wah.
Very good speller.
All right, this is what we call a Mexican standoff, people.
Yeah. Vern will make it very apparent that he's there and sort of walk forward to make himself the beacon.
Everyone get your dice ready. Do you feel lucky?
And Brains. You will now see each other relatively clearly. You both will notice that each of you is clearly marked with a religious symbol.
Each of us?
I don't know. A pretty hefty perception check would get that for me, I'd say. Mine's not usually shown. It's like a necklace. It's tucked under the armor.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you had something on your shield as well.
No, it's blank.
Oh, sorry. Then you will. At least I'm assuming that you brains have something visible quite clearly.
Yes, he has a.
No, I don't have either. No,
Who are you?
Yes, he has a necklace, and he has like leather fingerless gloves, and on the back of them is embroidered his symbol.
Okay, so you brains roll a perception, and Varen, you won't have to roll. You'll notice this immediately.
That is an 18.
And you will not notice it completely, but you kind of look at him, and he has a certain aura about him.
Sort of sees this, and he lowers his crossbow a bit.
Who are you? Why are you here?
My name's Grimhook, and I'm out hunting. I hear you.
That depends. I see holy symbols on your gloves. What god are they for?
He sort of scoffs. He's like, can't recognize him from here. And it's a scale made out of bones. Scales.
Scales. Oh, right.
There you go. Yes.
Oh God, it's another one. Gemini just walks away.
Yes. I see. That is strange. It's very strange. Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did it come from? Not you. It's it's irrelevant. Why are you here? You haven't answered my question yet.
Maybe Brains could do a full description of what he looks like.
Yes, I've seen that message as well. Oh, right. No, okay, yeah. Go ahead. No. Oh, okay. No, I thought you wanted like 3 episodes. Yeah, okay. So he's a dwarf. He's about 4 foot something. I don't have it up here, but average dwarf size. He's wearing like a pilgrim hat. Would that be the way to describe it? Those sort of tallish hats with the buckle on them.
Oh yeah, that's a pilgrim hat.
He's like wearing one of them. It's sized appropriately for a dwarf. He's wearing like a leather, I say trench coat. He's obviously a dwarf, so it's smaller, but it's full length on him.
Right.
And he's got scale mail underneath that with bandoliers of various bits and pieces. Sort of like tucked into like wee vials and holy water and whatnot. And crossbow hanging at his left side, and his battle axe at his right, but it looks like a sort of like a cross between a woodcutter's axe and an executioner's axe sort of style, that sort of hooked style. And his fingerless gloves with his Kalimvorian sigil on the back of them. And I think that's him. Oh, and a beard, because he's a dwarf, obviously he has a beard, but it's closer cropped than most dwarves would be. It's a long beard by human standards, but it's relatively short by dwarven standards.
And what color is his beard?
Brown. Sort of like a dirty brown color. Same as his hair, not that you can see it.
Is it like typical woodcutter hipster length?
I don't know I don't know, probably there-ish. I don't know. I don't know what a woodcutter hipster looks like, and I'm quite glad that I don't know.
Scraggly or well-maintained?
Well-maintained. It looks almost like it's been trimmed in such a way that it doesn't get in the way of his bandoliers, so that it's not blocking anything.
Does it include or does it exclude the neckbeard?
Well, you wouldn't know, it's hidden underneath the...
Wait, have we said his name?
Grimhook.
Yeah.
Okay, then we might want to change the plate.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I can do stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Guys,
You can.
this is gonna be cool on the screen, on the thing in the moment, because I am just gonna do like this and BAM!
And we will see that in about 10
There we go.
BAM!
Ooh.
You missed out the accuser. I mean, geez, get his full name in there.
Hey,
someone want to maybe refresh the D&D thing?
I just like upload the screen. I didn't make it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He needs to be in the campaign.
Oh,
Well,
Oh, yes.
Oh, right. So we're not killing him now? Oh, okay.
No, I still have a fireball because I don't know he's good yet.
It's still undecided. Yeah.
Gemini, stop carrying.
Yes.
Or I can probably look at my firebolt and go make it go away.
All right.
Okay.
So that's what he looks like.
And after I make the firebolt go away, Ellie's just gonna wipe her hands on her like clothes, like she doesn't like the fact that she made a firebolt so easily again. But you're probably looking at Grimhook, because you probably don't notice this.
Yeah. I do apologize. The name is Varen Sul, but I still have questions. I am a very cautious man.
Grimhook sort of nods and goes, well, let's tell no lies then. I'm here. And he'll start drawing a circle and cast
Greed.
Zone of Truth.
Gemini walks the fuck out of
that.
Yeah.
Well, he's far away from you at the minute, so he's sort of calling Varen forward to talk.
Yeah,
so he's still out of it.
I would kind of assume Varen kind of knows what he means by this, so he would step into the circle.
Yeah, you've seen religious people casting this spell before, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does this take 10 minutes? Are we gonna have to wait for?
No. It's it's an instant cast. He's got it ready. It's almost like he knew he might be meeting you.
Ooh.
Meta gaming.
I agree to your terms. My first question: to prove that you are what you say you are, what is Kellenvor's last name?
Yeah.
Oh, such a pretty face.
He pulls out his tablet and starts Googling.
Varen, might I suggest that you touch him? I would like to know that he's real before anything else.
Sure. He'll step forward and...
I would like to point out it was formerly Kellenvor Lionsbane. It's not any trick question. Dick.
Yes. Good. I know that you come from where you speak, anyway. And for another thing, I need to poke you with this axe just to make sure you're real.
Yes.
I hope you don't mind.
If you try and poke him, he'll just bat it away with his hand.
Oh, well, then he knows he's a physical form, so...
Oh, then. Yeah. Fair enough, I don't care
I
anymore.
see. Much like myself, don't like to be touched.
Grimhook will say, why are you so concerned with what's real? What have you seen?
We've seen many a dark things in this forest. That's why we are cautious.
I think you might have met my quarry. Do you have any more details about what you met?
A quarry, indeed. Yes. But before I do, I have one concerning question. What church are you from? Whereabouts?
I come from the north. It's the Church of Kellenvor.
I see. I thought I was one of the only ones.
Yep, north.
Right. Do you have a name for that place? Is there a town or city near it?
It's a small dwarven settlement.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of that one. No.
Yeah, no. Apparently, neither's Grimhook.
I haven't met any other churches of Kellenvor. As you can see, I pull out the cross, the scale, and bones. I am also not much like yourself. You seem different, but I am a warrior of Kellenvor.
Grimhook sort of sniggers and goes, as am I. Though I think we fight with different weapons.
Yes. Well, it is your choice. Anyway, the quarry. It seems to be some sort of shadowy creature. We haven't really purchased eyes on it. It lurks in this forest, and it seems to appear in other forms. It does not show its face. Does that seem like the quarry or after?
He sort of nods and goes, possibly. What are you doing out here?
We were initially going for this creature ourselves, but it seems we may have taken casualties.
Is he injured? I can heal them.
He's not injured. He's long gone now.
He just sort of mutters a prayer under his breath. Okay. Well, what about your... sort of gives a sidelong glance at where Gemini made noises from. Your companions. What about them? Are they
there is 2.
trustworthy?
And they are trustworthy to me. But we will see if they agree with you. Gemini, Ellie, it seems safe enough.
Ellie, go ahead. I don't make the best first impressions.
Ain't that the truth? So.
I will walk a little bit closer. Is Grimhook within that circle?
Yeah.
Would I have figured out what the circle is based on their interaction, or am I like clueless? Why are they in the circle? More like.
Roll your either Arcana or Religion.
Roll Arcana, and it's a 19.
19. You will, while you're observing these two, will have noticed that you see that there's a magical energy around this thing, and it seems to influence the words that they speak. It seems to kind of filter whatever comes out of their mouth.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm just gonna like, cause he asked Varian if we were trustworthy. I'm just gonna counter that question with, are you trustworthy?
He sort of gestures to the circle and goes, I wouldn't be standing in here otherwise.
That's not a yes or a no.
Just goes, it's a complicated question. I'm trustworthy for as long as people can be trusted. Hence the circle.
It obviously means that you trust me, since I stepped into the circle willingly.
He nods.
Oh, excellent. So you're after this shadow thing. And
it's not quite a shadow, but...
What is it?
He sort of gestures to the circle again and goes, until we can trust each other, how do I know you're not in its thrall?
I will give him a very deadly stare. Or a glare.
Yeah, me too.
It's a glare.
2-level glare.
Double whammy. Yeah.
He sort of shrugs, and you can look at him like he's gotten these looks before from many people.
Well, you can take my vouch for it. None of them have been enthralled. And I can't lie to you, so...
I think that's true. They might not be enthralled that you know of. But this creature is devious. A trickster.
What makes you think, coming out here by yourself, that you could have handled it all by yourself, all on your own?
It's what I'm trained to do.
Okay, you go do that, we'll watch.
He sort of shrugs and goes, that's fine, I just want to make sure that I'm not having enemies at my back and front. Although, if you are trustworthy, help is always needed, and there is payment if you are trusted.
Right now, I'm more concerned with seeing our friend off. And he'll point over at Vince. And now, I don't know you, but your little circle trick seems to have convinced Baron. So, for the time being, I will trust you at your word. I just need to know what the others want to do, because I would very much like to see our friend put to rest in a way that he would find appropriate. But if they're willing to go back into that nightmare hellhole with an unknown, then I will go with them.
Grimhook sort of looks at you sideways and goes, "Did not think that I'd be going in with people that I do not know either. We would not be doing anything immediately. We need time to talk and strategize."
One other question, Grimhook. Have you caused ill intent to a harmless person before?
No.
Would you cause ill intent to any of us?
Hold on, I'm thinking about that answer. Not that one, the one before. Well, no, he would believe not. No.
That's always good.
You don't know that, it's fine. But to the answer to the second question, no.
Okay. Well, you can't lie to me. But it doesn't mean I completely trust you. Anyway, we have some ceremony to get on with. Do you know
sort of
the ceremony of the flame?
Glance at the body and goes, "Yes, I can assist if you want."
That would be appreciated.
And he'll wave a hand and dismiss the circle.
It just disappears.
And he'll go over to Vince's body and examine it, while also keeping an eye on those two.
Oh, I think these two are keeping an eye on him as well.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be standing very close to that body.
Oh yeah, well, that Verna will be eyeballing him, so he's not doing any fucking silly shit with the body.
Roll your nature or survival.
Me?
Yeah. You're examining the body, right?
Yeah. Oh. That is 26.
26.
It's Pisslog.
You examine the body and you see there are cuts and wounds on it, and these strengthen your beliefs of what is out there, and it is how do I put it? You're pretty sure about it. Yeah. You're definitely 99.9% sure that what you think is there is there.
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, it is it knows what it's doing. It's not something that is unskilled or unknowing and just relying on natural talent. This is something that has been honed, and which makes it more dangerous. The cuts on the body are made to be effective.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Anything of interest, Grimhook?
He covers the body back over and goes, "Plenty, but..."
It looks like the creature you're looking for, I suppose.
Seems to be. But let's prepare the body.
Yes, indeed.
What is that creature that you're looking for?
He looks at him and goes, "I thought you were concerned with sending your friend off." And he sort
I
of says
am, but
preparing the...
I am, but I'm also concerned with why you're hovering over his body so intently, and why you're helping us. Clearly, you need our help, so we should know what we're dealing with if we're going to be helping you.
Ellie is just gonna real silently grab the amulet, and she wanna cast a spell quietly. I think she can do that with a where is it? A sorcery point for a subtle spell. And she's gonna cast Detect Thoughts because you really wanna know what Grimhook is thinking. So.
All right, just maybe read through the spell, because I'm pretty sure that if you cast it on somebody, especially at this level, the person will be aware of the fact that you're doing it.
Yeah, they will be aware.
Okay, so if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But just so that you don't go like, "Oh shit, I didn't know he would know."
No, I'm pretty sure he. Wait, I will initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on his mind in that moment. And as an action, I can attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. And if I probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into his reasoning, if any, his emotional state, and something that looms large in his mind. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into his mind.
Okay, so he doesn't get a saving throw to hide his surface thoughts. He just
and he doesn't know that I read his surface thoughts either, based on what I read. But if I decide to probe, he will know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you quietly cast a spell on him, and he seems, at this point, I'm assuming you're doing this while he's examining the body and stuff.
Yeah.
So you cast a spell. What while you're examining the body are your surface thoughts?
Probably be.
This guy got fucked up.
Yeah. Damn, he looks handsome.
That wound, I'd like to put my finger in.
Well, we just
went to a different place.
We went to a dark place in Rogier's mind.
You went to it. Yeah, that's no.
What the fuck, DM?
Oh dear. His surface thoughts would probably be just as he's looking at the body and the wounds. It'll just be sort of, yes, this is the beast I'm searching for.
Yeah.
I don't know how much would there be more than that at the surface, or would it just be what he's thinking about at that moment?
You would probably see, Ellie. You will probably see like a list of words that make little sense to you, but you see like check marks behind it, like check. Yes, this makes sense. Yes. This all makes sense, and he's just methodically going through the body, and he's clearly connecting things, and the things that he assuming are being verified by this body.
Okay, wait. I need to decide if she would probe or not.
But by the diameter of these cuts in the daylight of the sun. Yes.
Like that math meme.
Be.
Just
yeah. It's like, was it the Sherlock Holmes, like freaking mind palace?
Yeah.
Like, it's just he's there.
She will probe deeper.
Yeah, probe it.
Because this is information, and she's really curious. And it's like she doesn't really think about right and wrong in this moment. And kind of irony that she refuses to step into his circle of truth, but she does this instead.
All right, Range. Just so we're clear, you have another character made up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
Okay. What's the saving throw?
14.
Wisdom. Oh dear.
He's got it.
He's got it, or not? That eyebrow.
We'll see.
He's got it. Yeah.
Oh, moth.
16.
Moth. Oh, yeah, that's higher.
16.
All right, so Grimhook, you will notice that somebody is trying to peek into your mind, into your thoughts, and the moment you realize this, your brain goes like an iron door, like a dwarven vault. It immediately closes down, and you will see this vault door like close, like slamming you in the face, Ellie.
I will let go of the amulet and like take a step back, mostly surprised, and like, oh wait, I read someone's mind again. That's basically what's going through my head, and like, crap, shit, okay, play it cool.
Does he know where it came from?
Yeah. You know, this gnome that's standing behind you, looking very innocent. It's trying to read your mind.
Yeah. He'll sort of glance over to her and just be like, "Keep your magics to yourself, gnome. They won't work on me. Had you stepped into that circle, you could ask whatever you wanted." And then he'll just turn back to the body.
What the hell is happening?
Grimhook will just carry on prepping the body.
Mm.
I'm assuming at this point I've done looking at it. I'm now prepping it for burial with Varen. I'm assuming you're helping.
I'm just gonna say or you can maybe do that, and I will talk to Gemini afterwards.
But what are you doing to the body?
I think it's best that I speak here. We're prepping it for the burial fire. Probably something Vince would have wanted.
So he will be cremated then?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Carry on.
Do you mind helping gather some wood? It takes quite a bit of wood.
Yes.
Grimhook sort of looks at and goes, "Get double what you think. He's a big guy."
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm not. Gemini will look around for some wood, but just in the general area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's it. He's not leaving Grimhook more than like 30 feet away from him.
Yeah, you probably look around and you look at him and you kind of summon your magic hand and it just starts dragging pieces of wood to you, and you're like, there you go. Just do whatever you want with it.
There you go.
Well, this is going on. I'm just gonna like walk up to Gemini, and I'm gonna speak Draconic, and I'm gonna speak kind of silently, in case someone overhears and actually knows Draconic, because you never fucking know. Be like,
Varen, roll your perception.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
And Grimhook, if you know Draconic as well, just roll perception, and we'll see if you can make it out. And if you speak it, we'll get to that later.
That's a 4 for Varen. So.
Okay, Varen, you're too busy.
Oh yeah, no, that's like a 7 for me.
Okay, you are both too busy. Good.
Okay. You know the thing where I kind of accidentally read your thoughts?
Yes.
Earlier, I kind of did it again, but on the dwarf.
Oh, good fucking. Did you get anything interesting?
Well, yes and no. I think he just got some kind of confirmations or something. Like if he was looking for information, he found it while looking at the body. But I couldn't get anything else. I tried. I don't know how I tried, but it was like a gate slam chat.
I see.
I think maybe I'm not strong enough.
Well, you can't quite control it yet, so that's not your fault. We'll work on that. But for now, I'm very interested as to what information he got that he was so certain of.
Yeah, I don't know. But he seemed like it kind of seemed like it was a lot of confirmations, or like that he really was what he was looking for in a way.
Let's see. Keep an eye on him. Don't trust him.
No.
Yet. Just make sure that he doesn't do anything untoward. And if that happens again, push as far as you can. Deep, deep, deep in his brain crevices.
I'll try.
As a dwarf, I'd like to warn against digging too greedily or too deep. Cousin of mine did it once. fucking shit went everywhere.
Oh well, but any piece of information, you must hunt after it. It's not like you can ignore
very
it.
true. And I think when we get back to the town, we'll talk to some people. If you're comfortable with it, like Lady Tashan, about your abilities. See if they can help you control them a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that was all I learned. I didn't really learn that much, but I thought I should share.
Thank you. It's helpful.
You guys realize that you need more wood than the magic hand has just gathered, like kind of scratched around.
Better put the axes to use. And he throws Grimhook a woodsman's axe.
I just threw Grimhook. I was like, yeah.
Freaking adverbials. Always messing things up at the end.
A funny thing, actually, at this sort of moment, and he sort of takes this is Varen, when he takes the wood axe and starts to, go and chop some wood, he actually kind of has like a wee bit of a smile.
I've got a friend.
Oh, it's nothing to do with that, but yeah, sure.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Do
Whatever
I
else
notice
could
this
be
smile?
dead.
Do we notice this?
You can roll for perception.
12.
Ooh, 23.
Hot damn.
You notice it, Ellie. Gemini, not so much.
I'm just gonna be slightly troubled by it and decide to ask him later.
It looks kind of creepy, all the sharp teeth. You go like, no, just kidding.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a smile as he sort of like glances to the sky, like he's remembering something.
All right. So, are you the only one that chops down a tree, or?
Well, the Grimhook will.
Yeah, Grimhook will help.
Okay. You didn't say so, so I was just.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go on, Grimhook.
Got distracted by his smile.
Yeah.
Yes, it's glorious, isn't it?
Magnificent. Do you floss?
So you both chop down a tree, and this takes quite a bit, but after a while, all three of you will notice that you know that Varen is quite brawny. This Grimhook fellow knows how to swing an axe and knows how to put power behind it, and has plenty of it. So you see pieces of wood flying about, and after a while, both trees fall, and you manage to start to make some kindling out of it and make a proper burial arrangement. Varen and Gemini and Ellie, well, at least Varen especially, you guys will be starting to get very hungry. You're like, oh, man, no breakfast, jeez.
Fire still going on?
I'm assuming somebody tended to it, but it is bright daylight, so I don't know if they've kept it going or if they let it go out. Depends kind of on
it's
Ellie or
probably
Gemini.
not out, but I'm gonna assume it's more like embers, like it's still warm,
Okay.
but it's not probably fully burning.
All right.
Ellie, can you reignite this fire? I'm going to cook a few rations.
Yeah. I will like look at the fire and I will look at my hands for a moment and ignite and cast the firebolts.
Okay. I'll cook up 3 rations, one for each of us.
All right. There we go.
Varen will turn to Grimhook. Since the kerfuffle this morning, I suppose we haven't really eaten. care for some food?
You already had a sturdy breakfast, Grimhook, but
I'll turn around.
I'll leave it up to you.
I'll turn around and go, thank you, but I'm fine. I'll continue tending to the funeral pyre. And just carry on.
That would be appreciated. And he'll go over and try and cook himself some rations, but he will keep a very close eye on Grimhook.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming all of you do.
Yeah, Gemini just stands there like this while Mage Hand feeds him.
Yeah.
Nice. Ellie kind of forgets to keep an eye on Grimhook and looks at her hands and like a bit more and like.
How many of you have had dealings with dwarves?
If there's some in the main city, the capital, I probably have.
Okay.
It wouldn't
Similar
surprise me.
here. Similar.
Yeah.
I don't have very much interaction with dwarves myself now.
All right. Then Ellie and Gemini, you will see this, but you'll probably in glancing have seen it before and especially heard about it in stories. Varen, for you it becomes like as you're kind of eating and observing this, you see Grimhook working, and he is working hard, and you're kind of thinking like, shouldn't he be pacing himself a bit? But he's just going at it, and he's just keeps on going, and it's just like you probably all three of you will probably have heard stories about the working spirit of dwarves, but here you see it in action, and it is rather impressive. It's nothing supernatural or anything, but he's just one chop after another, just keeps on going.
I just realizing that I actually speak Dwarvish. I might even have the Dwarvish tutor if I'm from the capital.
There you go. Then this is no surprise to you. You know that dwarves, when they set their mind to a task, there are few things in the world that give them bigger joy than to do this task and finish it.
Gemini will finish eating his rations and walk over, lean on a tree nearby Grimhook, and he'll just lean back, watching him completely, doing nothing else. And so, Mr. Hack, how did you come across this bounty or this hunt for this creature?
I'll turn and just like, my church asked me to look after it. That's what
Your church in the north told you to come down here. There's nothing closer to home that you could have been dealing with. I mean, we are currently hailing from Elvesbrook, and they don't even apparently know about this, and they're just down the road. How does your church know about it, and why are they so interested in something so far away?
He gives the axe a big overhead swing, like straight into the tree, like not in a cutting motion, but just burying it in it. Sort of sighs and goes, "You talk a lot."
Yes, well, you're rather enigmatic, and we just lost a very close friend, and I don't trust you. It's odd that you would show up out of the blue here, having the same kind of Kellenball markings and insignias that our friend has. It all just seems a little too coincidental. So yes, I do talk a lot, and I also require answers. So, your turn. Talk a lot.
Turns around and goes, "I feel like that sentence could have been made a lot shorter, but the church..."
You would know about shortness, wouldn't you? Continue.
Jim and I making friends.
Take 1d4 psychic damage. Yeah.
Oh, why couldn't it have been Vince? Vince would have just firebolted you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
he's got. Oh no. It comes this, he's a fairly level-headed for the most part. He'll ignore the comment and he'll say, "Church in the North is there to deal with such things. We have many people who deal with many things. This certain event was of particular interest to me, so I volunteered to take care of it."
And why was it of particular interest to you?
He goes, "Well, if you decide to help me, or if you're willing to be paid to help, I'm happy to give you all the details about the creature you want. Until that point," and he just lifts the axe again and starts hacking.
Jim and I'll just sit there and watch him.
All right.
Can Grimhook be clumsy about the way he hacks it? You know, just instead of slightly precision strokes, maybe a bit more off, so that, you know, larger chunks of wood go flying off, possibly in someone's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ah.
Even if he has to swap sides of the tree, that's fine.
No, I mean, you could, but it kind of collides with your dwarven heritage, where you go like, no, it has to be precise.
I suppose
it's
yes.
a bit like, yeah. So you could, but I'd have you.
No, okay, no, we'll say not. We'll say not. He hasn't annoyed him that much. Give it time, he might, but he hasn't annoyed him.
Oh,
that
he
much
will. No, there's no might.
Yeah, that's a Gemini for sure.
Just did Grimhook go to the village before he came here?
Did he go to the village before? No, probably not.
No, okay. I was going to say, I wonder did he meet any of Gemini's friends? No, okay.
All right, so I'm assuming, Varen, that once you're done eating, you'll continue to assist as well.
Yes, I'll be back at it. Yeah.
All right. What do you do, Ellie?
I am thinking and watching them and trying to not think too much, but I also she's not the best with an axe, and she doesn't really know what she can do to help.
No, so you kind of focus. You could probably carry away, if you want to help, you could probably carry away like the smaller bits of things that they chopped off and stuff to start to pile them on.
Yeah, she will probably start doing that if she noticed them. She probably does after a while, and be like, anything is better than to think too much.
Okay. So it takes a couple of hours, probably 2-3 hours, to build a proper pyre. But after that time, even you, Grimhook, are satisfied with the work that's done.
So you got like a spirit level on the pyre. It's like, yep, that's flat.
Yeah. You just start sanding the side of it. Hey, what?
It's not a pyre anymore. It's like a whole wooden platform.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a log cabin by the end of these things. It can be burned now. Okay. So it's done. It's ready for the burial.
Yeah. You place the body, and both you and Varen will undergo the ritual to commend this vessel back to the eternal cycle. So
before it starts, Grimhook will turn to Varen and be like, "He was your friend. Would you like to lead the rites?" And sort of let him take the lead in the ceremony.
Yes, I suppose, yes. There may be a few others who might want to say a word or two, but we'll get to that, I suppose. Anyway, did you bring any special fire or oil or anything maybe to start fire easier?
He starts patting himself down. Hang on.
Wait, let me check.
Alms box priest pack, would that have?
You probably have special oils in your priest pack, yeah.
So yes. He eventually pulls something out of one of the pockets on the inside of his thing. Hands it to you.
Nice.
That's just weird. Very good. Nice.
Yeah, good.
That's the good stuff.
Mm.
Smells holy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Vern will step up to the pyre and beckon Gemini and Ellie over. Just sort of, we're going to perform the ceremony and burn Vince's body.
Yes.
Well, I suppose before I start, do any of you want to say any last words to Vince? Gemini?
I have a song that I've written.
Yes. You have no idea how much I was hoping to hear that, sir.
I think I'll save it for the fire is going.
Oh.
No.
Seems more. That seems more appropriate for Vince.
And somebody said, "Burn, baby, burn, disco inferno."
Ellie?
She's just gonna shake her head.
Okay.
He didn't start the fire.
He did start the fire.
He did start the fire. We tried to fight it, but he led it.
He'll slide over to Grimhook and say, on the cue of Infernos, light the fire.
Grimhook nods and gets his tinderbox ready and sort of lights a small stick, I suppose, and then he has handy just ready to.
Mm-hmm.
As we see here, Vince was a good party member and friend. Many of us will miss him. And many of us will say he went out in flames as he came in. But to me personally, Vince is just like family. Like another member who just went down in flames, like the rest. But tonight we'll rectify that with a proper burial that Vince would enjoy. So, as I start the ceremony, I'd like to say to Clemovor, take his soul and place it where it needs to be judged and taken to in the afterlife. Sanctus Dominus Infernus ad astra. And the bonfire is lit.
All right. It starts to burn more and more.
As the bonfire lights. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it picks up quite quickly, yeah.
I got one before you start your song, just as a parting shot from Vince. As his body ignites, the flames turn purple, the same as his spells.
Nice.
Gemini starts singing. And I don't know how many of you guys watch musicals, but if you do, you might know this song. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look at where we are. Look at what we've lived through. The fact that we're alive is a miracle. We're not all alive, it isn't enough. And if my mind had been a fraction more clever, or my actions more quicker, you'd be alive, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you face, the demon that erased and then replaced our love with hate. But I know who you were. You'll live on in our memory. And when we seek out our revenge, we'll set fire to everything. And every time I smoke a pipe, and every owl in the night, and every moment I'm alive, and in every fire that I light, you'll be alive. Will that be enough? And then he'll just cast Mage Hand, have it wave, and walk away.
Out of curiosity, what musical was that?
Hamilton.
Oh, never seen it. I was thinking, like, you're gonna go with Little Shop of Horrors or something.
No.
I literally was thinking, oh, let it not be Hamilton, because I don't know any songs from Hamilton. That's literally what I said. What I thought when you said it's from a musical.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder, Les Miserables, Greatest Showman,
Right, Brent, yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, even.
Rocky Horror, yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah. Let's do the Firewalk again.
As you you sit there and the fire ignites, you will see these purple flames go up, and they kind of, the smoke and things find their way through the tree tops, and because of the special oils, it burns and it doesn't give off a nasty flavor. It burns purely, and you see only shots of the body being consumed by the flames as they take it to a different plane. No one knows where or how, but it's good. That's clear. And as you do, you kind of stand there. It kind of seems like for a moment, in the flames and the smoke coming from it, you see the shape of an owl just making its way up through the branches out of this forest.
As the fire burns, Baron will speak up again. And there's one last one last verse in Vince's name. I've written a little verse just to honor him. I will just read it out. Vince, bring me the holy raging fire, where you can live your destiny. Set the forest on fire, because you are my guiding light. He carried a breath of fire within his muscles of steel. Soaring to the light, the flame of every ordeal. Ascending a mighty phoenix with burning hands that you can feel. In a great battle which seemed only moments ago. Now, lead me to the stars. Atomic flame, like my heart. He'll nod and step back.
Is that what you were doing when you should have been working this week?
Yes. I was going to do it as a song, but I don't think I could sing as Vern, so that is the song lyrics for a glorious song from Glory Hammer called Set the Universe on Fire.
Cool.
Nice.
I think he could have sang it in Draconic. Just just into the mic.
Yeah, Grimhook wouldn't understand a word. What's going on? Yeah.
No,
as far as
he
I know,
wouldn't.
anyway.
No, he would not. I was tempted, but I thought, you know what? It'll be fucking sod's law that from now on, Draconic will never come up.
And what's it called? Ellie's actually gonna say something. She's gonna say it in Gnomish though. So only word you guys will understand is Vince. But she's gonna say, "Goodbye, Vince Fire Hat." From the nearly seen university.
Varen will step over and go, "Well said," and then pat her on the shoulder.
Oh, Varen speaks Gnomish. No.
Nope.
he's just assuming. He's like, yeah, that.
No.
He just doesn't want to admit that he doesn't know what was said. He's like, yeah, well,
okay, Ellie's gonna assume he speaks Gnomish now.
Deception.
It's like, yeah. He's like, what the Shia LaBeouf song, like him clapping at the end, just intense.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just unblinking.
Terrifying.
Right. I suppose.
Grimhook just had been standing there, his arms or his hands like, crossed in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Right, so you all take your time that you need to say your last goodbyes, and whenever that time is that people feel the need to interact again or continue onwards, we'll or do something else before that time, just let me know.
4 years later.
They couldn't process.
Yeah.
It took too long.
Yeah.
Varen will start packing up camp and stuff, so.
Ellie will join after a while, and Varen and Gemini, you guys might notice that, like, normally whenever she did something, she got kind of dirty. She's always used, like, prestidigitation to get herself clean.
Mm-hmm.
She haven't done that yet. Which you probably will. If you notice it, it's quite irregular for her.
Mm.
Do I notice that?
Probably because Ellie is usually squeaky clean. Any smudges on her, you'll probably notice.
Ellie, dear, you're a bit dirty there. You might want to see to yourself, as you usually do.
She'll probably like pull out like a clean patch of her cloak from the inside of the sleeve and like try to smudge it up and make it worse.
Okay. Gemini will remember that.
Let me get that for you. Yeah.
Walk up to Grimhook. Thank you for that. Now then,
Nods.
You mentioned payment for the destruction of this creature. What kind of payment?
He sort of looks at you sidelong, goes, I would assume that knowing that you have kept the kingdom safe wouldn't be quite enough.
Kind of payment?
He sort of chuckles as if he knew that was going to be the answer. And he's like, gold.
How much gold?
And goes, well, that depends.
On?
He sort of gestures to the other two, whether they want payment as well.
Okay, so if all three of us take payment, how much a piece?
He sort of mulls it over and goes, could probably give you 50 gold each.
We'll take it.
He sort of goes, And he goes, no.
Yes.
And he says, once it's done.
But yes, obviously not now. But let's go.
He sort of looks at the, I would assume, probably still smouldering pyre. And he goes, do you really want to leave right now?
Yes.
You don't know what you're dealing with.
Oh, we're the ones who have dealt with it. You don't know what you're dealing with.
So what is it?
Evil.
Well, you're not wrong.
I know. Rarely am I. Are you all ready? Apparently we're going to go kill this thing, and Mr. Grimhook here has said that he's going to lead the way.
Thanks. Do you know where it is?
Oh, yes.
So then would you not maybe like to lead the way?
No.
He sort of goes, fetch the paladin.
You fetch him. I'm not your dog. Fuck you.
Baron is literally right behind you. Gemini.
Yes. Hello, Baron. If you want him, you can address him yourself.
Can we not dilly-dally? Vince.
That's what I'm trying to say. Mr. Dillyhook over here.
I'm so sorry, that's totally a name now.
Reminds me, was it that ad for that beer? I think it's big in America, the dilly dilly thing. That's just.
I have no idea what that is.
No, I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Someone will know. The internet will answer.
Anyway, all silliness aside, Grim.
And dilliness.
You said we're probably going to be killing this creature anyway, other money or not. I believe Vince would want that.
Vince would want us to get paid.
I don't think he would.
He absolutely would. You did not know him, Mr. Hook.
No, this isn't Grimhook. This is me. He would want everyone else to get paid, not you.
Not me.
Not you.
Specifically, no. He would look at you and go, "You've enough fucking money."
That's very true.
Alicia's gonna sneak up into the party and actually say, I think he'd want us to burn it down.
You cut out there.
Say again?
I think he would like us to set it on fire.
Yes, that's what I was.
Yes,
going to say.
I completely concur.
As long as we set it on fire a lot,
yes,
he will be happy.
Yes.
And what you think is a lot is not enough.
That's very true. You're like, oh, that fire is big. No, it's not. It's not at all.
Sort of looks and goes, I take it he was a pyromancer.
Preferred fire.
He preferred fire, yes.
Fair.
Well then, now that we've agreed to join you on your journey, what is the name of the thing that we will be fighting?
It's a hag.
It's a hag?
It's a hag.
I see.
But it's gathering other creatures.
For?
From what we can gather, or what I've been told before I set out, was it is trying, or is very close to becoming a den mother.
Okay.
It is also, which is the reason why I was so intent on this, teaching other things necromancy.
Okay, and you're against necromancy because of the skeletal scale hand that you two share.
Strange metaphor, but yes.
Not a metaphor. It's just a different way of speaking.
You definitely have that.
Yes. Right then. Well, it appears to only come out at night, so I say we strike during the day.
Grimhook sort of nods and goes, it should have a den of some shape or form where we might be able to find it.
Fantastic. We'll burn it. Is everybody good with this plan here?
Ellie nods.
I agree.
Right. Well then, Mr. Grimhook, and I say exactly which way we came from, where that thing was, where we last fought it. Lead the way.
He hops down, starts to move, and then sort of stops and turns around and goes, "This thing is a trickster.
Yes, we know.
Once we start getting into its domain, do you all have rope?"
Rope.
Yes.
Yes.
I suggest we tie it together and hold on to it. No matter what you see or think you see, do not let go of the rope. Stay together. Do not split up.
Okay.
That's what it will try and do.
And Ellie? There are no cats. None. No cats. They're lies. They're dirty lies put in your brain by a dirty hat.
I know.
Okay. Excellent. I just don't want to die. Let's go.
Grimhook looks confused.
Very nice. So we grab the rope, we tie each other, or we tie ourselves to each other, I suppose.
Yeah. How much space do you leave between each member?
There's 50 foot of rope, probably takes about, 2-3 feet to get around each person.
I have rope as well, so we can join if need be. I would say, maybe 10 feet between.
10 feet between, yeah.
That's enough for him to still be able to maneuver a bit, but not long enough that we'll end up getting caught around trees and shit. Hopefully.
All right.
Okay.
And what is the order? Because that's probably the thing that you're going to stick to.
Okay. Well, Grimhook goes at the start. Grimhook then.
Varen will probably be behind him.
Do not put Ellie at the back.
Gymnell takes the rear.
That's just one cat away from all of us being careered off.
Just dragging everyone.
Doesn't even have to be Fluffles. Just kitty. Yeah.
Just a cat. It's like a jungle panther.
Yeah.
All right. She's like, adorable.
I want it.
Just look, I found a kitty. Step away from the butt. I found a kitty. Gymnell getting mauled. It's like, don't hurt the kitty. It's hurting me. Yes.
So yeah, I'll take the rear. That's fine.
All right. Excellent. So you guys tie yourselves up and head towards where you came from. And as you do, you enter. You slowly start to get closer to this dark forest, almost as dark as the cat. Yeah. And you, all four of you, in your own way, will kind of stand there as you are ready to enter this darkness once again. For most of you, you will kind of feel like you almost feel this weight coming upon you as you step into what is clearly marked, but by no visible sign as her domain. And seeing it's 10 to 10 almost, we'll pick it up here next time. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, we have to stop a little bit earlier because people have busy work stuff.
Yep.
But we'll pick it up next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
This is interesting.
Great game, guys.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, beautiful. You guys all did something for him. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't send Vince off without some fire, you know.
Exactly.
Very true.
Exactly.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. And I set fire to the rain.
Yeah. You see, if Vince could speak right now, I think he would have appreciated it. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it'd be standing there going, "Why is burning me? Go burn the fucker that did this."
You're about to.
You should have brought me and burned me with this person. Yeah.
Set me on fire and then hit the thing with my flaming body.
Flaming catapult.
Give it a few days so rigor mortis sets in, so it is solid.
So nice.
Yeah, the Vince popsicle, a flaming Vince popsicle.
Damn.
I like it. I respect it.
Yeah. I know a half orc who could do it. He'd be confused the whole time, but he'd do it.
Maybe if we would had to wait for rigor mortis city, maybe I could have engineered a Vince catapult.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you had a ladder, he'd be easy to carry.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Thanks everybody for watching and for listening. So please join us again next week, and we'll see if our new party can kick the ass of this hag.
And if they're ever gonna start liking Grimhook.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah.
time.
It's on. It's early to tell them, but we will see.
Yeah.
I think everyone will, apart from Gemini.
Yeah, that's a good assumption. Yeah.
But that is true of any character I dump in.
Yeah.
That isn't Vince. I think Vince was.
You like Vince.
Yeah, Vince was a fucking chocobo as far as PCs go. It's like, yeah, he's actually, that guy, Gemini is alright. Yeah. What? Same guy, half dragon, fucking what? No.
Anyway, I will end the stream, and thank y'all, and good night, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.